Cumber isn't the only rotten egg that our Super Dragon Ball heroes have to face. In and wake of a mission to save the multiverse, there's trouble brewing in Universe 6 that's going to become very important to solve if life wants to keep on living as is. So let's dive right into the Universal Conflict Saga, the second major arc of Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Episode 7. Our heroes Vegeta, Future Trunks, Future Mai, and Zeno, Goku, and Vegeta find themselves on Beerus' planet in the aftermath of their battle with Cumber. The Zeno Saiyans take their leave hoping that the original Goku is doing okay by himself and disappear via instant transmission. Right after this, someone hurries down one of the paths from the hill in a big huff. It's Universe 6's Supreme Kai Fuwa, and he's pretty traumatized. For good reason. His universe is being attacked by an unknown force, and to make matters even worse, that universe's heroes are on the ropes. Even more troubling is Champa's absence due to an audience with Zeno making him unable to intervene. Universe 6 is on its own. That is until Vegeta confronts Fuwa, promising that he and his team will be able to handle this invasion. In Universe 6 itself, two Tuffles are laying waste to a planet. The beings in question are called Orin and Kamen. The only warriors that are able to defend the universe are Hit, Kale, and Caulifla, with Kaba already down for the count on the ground as he watches the others fight on. The Tuffles notice how strong the fighters are, despite Kamen being easily able to dodge all of Hit's blasts and Orin able to tank all of the Saiyan sisters' punches, and so they swap with opponents with a Divine and Conquer. Kamen's able to knock down Kale even in legendary Super Saiyan form, and Orin shows off a frightening skill. He can break free of Hit's time jumps altogether. Kale and Caulifla shoots Ki Blast full auto at Kamen on two fronts, but this was actually only a distraction for Caulifla to fly in close and deliver a decisive blow. Or so she thought, as it dealt barely a scratch to Kamen. To everyone's horror, the twins recover all their stamina instantly and even worse, unveils more special attacks. Kamen delivers a point-blank clash break to Caulifla as Orin does the same to Hit with a smash break. All hope seems lost for Universe 6 warriors when Vegeta and Trunks arrive like a cavalry and block their next attack. Kaba's especially excited to see his old mentor, and the Tuffles hope that these new arrivals are more fun to fight against, still treating the battle like a mere game. Vegeta and Trunks instantly assume Super Saiyan form. Meanwhile, Hearts is watching for the shadows, not expecting intervention from the 7th. Alongside him is Fuse Zamazu. Midway through their battle, Orin and Kamen feel pushed to their limit, and decided to pull out a secret gamut of theirs. Vegeta and Trunks have no idea what they're in store for. Episode 8. The Tuffles fly high above our heroes, ready to execute their plan. Vegeta warns Trunks to look out, but instead the victims of this attack are the Saiyans of the Six. Kamen possesses Kale's body and Orin does the same with Caulifla's. They still have the powers of the Tuffles' bodies, and so the possessed Kale surprises Kaba with a powerful clash break, setting him flying. Hit gets hit with yet another smash break, a very dirty tactic. They then focus their attacks back on Vegeta and Trunks, facing off in a 2v2 close combat situation, which they initially struggle with. Vegeta is not impressed by their fighting abilities, with that retort that the Tuffles were built to be the perfect artificial beings. Having none of that, Vegeta just attempts to blast them all away with some assistance with Hit 2. Orin and Kamen just fly above all of it though, and this gives Vegeta a window to perform his own trump card move, the Final Flash. As Trunks and Hit keep the enemies busy, Vegeta charges and charges, and as Orin and Kamen are properly restrained in mid-air, Vegeta let loose a huge Final Flash. Things seems to be going well until Kale and Caulifla's bodies becomes unpossessed at the last moment, making them bear the full brunt of the attack. Heavily damaged, the heroes regroup as the Tuffles reappear above them again in their original forms, goading Vegeta at his failed attempt on their lives. At that exact moment, the heroes all get knocked down by the field of intense gravity, only to witness Hearts and his ship flying overhead. He proclaims that he'll bring about the universe seed as well as the one to finally destroy Zeno. All the Kais and the gods of destruction As a demonstration of his power, Hearts immediately uses a force field to crush a nearby moon into dust, and he would have done the same to the heroes until Orin and Kamen intervene, advertently saving them as they wish to be the ones to finish them off. With that, Hearts, joined again by Zamasu, decided off to travel off into the next universe. Trunks is especially surprised at Zamasu's presence given his past experience with him. Incredibly, Heart manages to coax out the answer of who's the strongest mortal in the multiverse is by reading Hit's mind, and the mortal in question is Jiren of Universe 11. We then see the 11 has already been invaded by the evil Saint Cumber, and Top and the rest of the Pride Troopers have fallen before him. Now Jiren stares at Cumber in preparation to fight him. Meanwhile, the Grand Minister has begun training with Goku, who's now all angelic getup. Episode 9. Vegeta and Trunks' next destination is Universe 11, which is just as damaged as the 6. At the moment, they look up to see the same vessel that Hearts was on, looming in the sky before it vanishes in a bright light. Vegeta doesn't have much time to process the bizarre event before something happens to him. Orin possesses his body and causing him immediately transform into strongest form 1. Orin is amazed at the strength of his new host as the rest of the villains look on for the ship and is able to take out a Super Saiyan Trunks but with a single smash break, setting him pummeling into the ocean. Elsewhere, Cumber and Jiren begin their battle, with Jiren able to prove why he's the strongest, fending every hit Cumber attempts on him and even managing to dispel his evil aura. Top struggles to stand but continues to root for Jiren as Cumber goes Super Saiyan. But Jiren is knocked back down again by every same gravity attack by Hearts. This battle was merely a test to gauge Jiren's ability as a tough host, and Orin sets his sights on Jiren's body and the two takes to the skies to fight. Upset at being unable to finish Jiren off, Cumber can react before Hearts send him off to his next assignment, and he vanishes bound for Universe 3. To make things worse for Jiren, Kamen joins in the fight to make it 2-on-1, followed by Zamasu himself. The two exchange rapid punches too slow to normally see, and Zamasu expresses distaste at the mortal's attempt to defend himself. Just then, Trunks appears out of the sky and pulls his signature slice on Zamasu, but he gets blasted away as quickly as he made himself known. Orin picks him up by the hair, ready to finish him off, when a huge pillar of angelic light appears shooting down from the sky to bring two new fighters into the battle. It's Goku and the Grand Minister. Both Jiren and Zamasu are shocked to see their old adversaries again. Goku uses his Ultra Instinct sign to zip over to Trunks and save him in the nick of time, and Zamasu is amazed at the divine transformation Goku is displaying. He wants to go over there to fight him, but Jiren distracts him with a clean sock to the face. Ultra Instinct Goku quickly dispatches Orin without even a second look at him, hitting him with a punch so hard it literally knocks him back out of Vegeta's body. Kamen lasted no time against him either, being taken out by a single ki blast, all without a word. Hearts seems eager to see more of Goku's abilities in battle. Episode 10. Goku floats directly up to Hearts' level on the ship to confront him in person. Hearts wastes no time in blasting him away, but the Tuffles are shocked to see that he vanishes right away above them, with insane speed. Goku kicks Orin right into Kamen to knock them through the canyon below, so he can make the fight go close range, quickly getting the both of them on the ropes. As Vegeta looks on, still clutching his wounds, Trunks descends onto the ground to check up on his father, and Jiren continues on his assault on Zamasu with colossal heat waves. Despite Top's belief that Jiren managed to defeat him, Zamasu still emerges from the rubble, unscathed, complaining his immortality. Goku's easily able to bat away the ki blast that the Tuffles launch at him, teleporting behind to deliver a 2 backhand at both of them at the same time. Knocked to the ground and with few options left, Orin and Kamen activate their other last resort and fuse, creating the being known as Camoran, who's ready to get back into the fight with Goku. Upon seeing this development, Hearts decides it's time for a certain Rags to enter the battle, a development that Camoran is very excited for. Hearts turns the giant glass attached to the ship upside down, sending it directly towards Goku to strike him down. Camoran stops Vegeta and Trunks from helping Goku, and he manages to hold it back by himself for long enough that the glass shatters entirely. This unleashes Rags herself, who's pretty angry at her glass destruction, and she rains the reminder of the shards down on him, which impales him pretty bad. Bad enough for Goku to fall out of Ultra Instinct and collapse in rage at Komoran trickery. Vegeta transforms to Super Saiyan Blue and attacks them. Though heavy resistance force, Vegeta pushed them even harder to reach Super Saiyan Blue Evolve, and he charges in for another round against Komoran. Episode 11. Goku wakes back up to see Vegeta's in his new form, able to turn the tide against Komoran in the battle, but his attention turns back to Rags, who still intent on defeating him once and for all. Fortunately, Trunks, who's back in super form, blocks the incoming glass shards and promptly fights Rags himself, able to push against her stream of energy and deliver a ki blast punch to her face. Meanwhile, a godly barrage of ki blasts and high-speed kicks from Vegeta severely scuffs up Komoran, and they're barely able to go on the attack against him. Jiren, meanwhile, is unrelenting in his assault against Zamasu in spite of the revelation that he'll always be able to heal himself after an attack. With a final flash from Vegeta, Komoran finally splits Parda back into Kamen and Orin, who are both looking at Vegeta's sheer strength at awe. Goku, meanwhile, again manages to push Trunks out of the way in a particularly nasty floor ambush from Rags, getting impaled by blades rising up from the ground. Goku mentions that it's pretty fun to fight against Rags in this conditioning, but unfortunately Heart summoned Rags to Universe 3 as well so she can fight alongside Cumber, which she firmly accepts. With the rabble out of the way, Goku expects that this is his cue to finally get to fight Heart, but he pulls the mind reading trick again and senses Goku isn't ready. His reasoning is that his Ultra Instinct power haven't fully developed to mastery yet, but if they were able to fight right now, Goku's powers would have accumulated at the cost of his own defeat. Goku finds the premise interesting already and tries to go Super Saiyan to reach him, but the gravity still crush still to prove to be too strong. Both Vegeta and Trunks suffer the same fate too, as everyone is reverted back to base form. As Heart prepares to finish Goku off, he commences on last time his fighter spirit. That's when the angelic light pierces through the clouds again, with Supreme Kai Shin appearing to help the heroes in their darkest hour. They all link with each other as Goku uses instant transmission to lock onto a target and vanishes before Hearts can finish him off. With Goku and friends gone, Zamasu wonders what the next step is before Hearts proclaims that enough energy has been absorbed for Universe 11 into the ship. In rage, Jiren, the last hero left, tries to hit Hearts with a ki blast, but it gets boxed into a force field before he can't even fire it off. Hearts and his teammates then vanish. Believe it or not, Fu's still watching this all very intently. He's so excited at how these variables at our play are helping with the experiment, but he has his eyes on one more warrior, Meta Cooler. Episode 12. Heart, Zamasu, Orden, and Kamen arrive above a Quanting Green suburb. They have arrived at last in Universe 7. Here they are met with an assembly of this world's fighters, Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Piccolo, and Android 17. They all power up, and with hearts gloating, they all fly towards him. Of all of them, Trunks flies ahead to catch up to Zamasu, while the Tuffle twins keep Vegeta at bay, seeking revenge for their elimination in Universe 11. Piccolo and 17 come to his aid with some shield action, though while Trunks directly engages Zamasu with a sword, with Vegeta not far behind. Confronting 17, Orden notes that he can't smell any life energy from him, while 17 confirms they're both fabricated beings, as they begin to tangle. Piccolo also discovers some common strange abilities as she liquefies herself to get out of his grip to escape. The battle begins to affect the city below as Goku repeatedly gets hit by Heart's gravity attack, while Fu watches the battle and comments on how Universe 7 is the best place for Hearts to be in right now. With the sheer amount of energy coursing through it, there will be no shortage of fuel for this Universe seed. To him, Universe 3 is more like a testing ground for the villains. We next get a glimpse of the third, where Cumber and Rags are right now. Meta Cooler has decisively defeated Rags and is ready to finish her off when Cumber interrupts the attack and fights him himself, Fu speculating over the outcome of the battle already. Cumber seems to have the upper hand as he slams Meta Cooler to the floor, mocking him for willing to give up a living form, but Meta Cooler hints that even a greater power underneath the hood, forcing Cumber to go Super Saiyan 3 as the cyborg assumes a gilded aura. Eventually, he full-on transforms into Golden Metacooler, and Cumber's Dark Ki Blast no longer dents him, giving him a window to speed up right to him and punch him through several buildings. The battle takes them high into the sky for another brutal attack from Metacooler. The battle is skewed very heavily in his favor for the time being. Metacooler's final attack is almost botched by a short circuit in his head from the transformation's sheer power, but it lands and renders Cumber unable to battle. Metacooler himself is forced to flee the battlefield, however ironically overheated. Fu collects the result of the battle, and we go back to Universe 7 to see Piccolo and 17 fighting back against the Tubble twins some more. They fused again into Kamoran, giving them some more trouble. Finally, with Goku unable to stop him, Hearts considered the Universe Seed to have absorbed enough energy from Universe 7 to enact his plan. Goku, still a Super Saiyan, stands up at last, ready to face Hearts properly this time. And that's all we have here for this video, and if you enjoy more videos like these, please subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any videos like these. I'm your host, Vro. I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.